Hello darling, and welcome to your 2-minute Syndra guide. Let's go! Syndra's passive Transcendent is a stacking mechanic called Splinters of Wrath. Her splinters are capped at 120 stacks and they are used to empower her abilities throughout the game. There are 3 ways to collect stacks. Firstly, if you damage an opponent with 2 abilities within 4 seconds, Syndra is granted 3 stacks. Secondly, when Syndra spends a skill point in an ability, she gains 5 stacks. And finally, when Syndra kills a cannon minion or a super minion, she gains 1 stack. At 120 stacks, Syndra increases her ability power by 15%. Furthermore, when Syndra collects a Splinter of Wrath from an enemy, she gains a small portion of mana. Syndra's Q, Dark Sphere, is an AoE ability that deals a ton of damage. After casting, the sphere will remain for 6 seconds. At 40 stacks, Syndra can store a second charge of her Q. Syndra's W, Force of Will, grabs the nearest Dark Sphere, enemy minion, or non-epic monster and holds them for up to 5 seconds. When the target lands, it grants sights of their surroundings and slows enemies for 1.5 seconds. At 60 stacks, Force of Will deal bonus true damage. Syndra's E, Scatter the Weak, is a cone ability that knocks back enemies. Syndra can also use this ability to knock back her Q. If her Q collides with an enemy, they are stunned, revealed, and receive the full damage of her E. At 80 stacks, Scatter the Weak's angle is increased and enemies hit are slowed by 70% for 1.5 seconds. Finally, Syndra's R, Unleashed Power, throws Syndra's dark spheres circling her body at a target. Any additional spheres around Syndra will also be launched at the target enemy. After this, the dark spheres will then remain on the ground around the target for 6 seconds. At 100 stacks, Unleashed Power executes enemies if it would damage them to below 15% of their maximum health. Start with your Q first, followed by your E, then W, while taking points in your R when you can. You should max in this order. Most online guides will recommend taking First Strike Primary with Sorcery Secondary, however higher elo players will agree that Electrocute Primary with Sorcery Secondary performs much better. Tough matchups for Syndra will be Fizz, Diana, Echo, and Katarina, whereas easier matchups will be Veigar, Hui, Oriana, and Yone. The items on the left side of the screen are what I'd recommend against squishy enemies, and the items on the right are what I'd recommend against tankier enemies. Here are some examples on how to play Syndra. You can use the combo QWE to instantly destroy the melee minions, while an additional Q to destroy the caster minions for an insanely fast wave clear. You can use her W to mess with the enemy jungler and steal their camps so their jungle clear timers are all messed up. And you can use her R to delete enemies that have the audacity to be confident enough to overstay in the lane. I really like Syndra because she is an all-or-nothing champion that deals a ton of damage with a fairly spammable Q to poke down the enemies. She's also really brilliant at preventing ganks from annoying champions like Nunu, Hecarim, or Rammus with her QE knockback stun combo. I hope you like this 2-minute guide for Syndra the Dark Sovereign, and please remember to give this video a like and subscribe if you find this content useful. With that said, have a great week guys and have fun dominating on the Rift with Syndra. Bye!